Nobody wants to have a bloody scalp, literally blood seeping out of your scalp. Hello you! Today we are diving into which oils you should be using if you have got a Pitta Dosha imbalance. Now this is all about Ayurveda, and if you're not sure what that is and what the different doshas are, then check out this video and you'll learn a little bit more about that. Let's first dive into what is Pitta Dosha. Ayurveda believes that the 5 elements, also known as the Pancha Mahabhuta, make us up. So we are made up of those 5 elements in varying levels. And so Pitta Dosha specifically is made up of 2 of those elements, and those elements are fire and water. When we feel in a state of imbalance, then we might notice some symptoms. And when we notice some symptoms, that is the point where I do not want you to ignore them like so many people do. And instead, I want you to address what symptoms are you having. Obviously, go to a healthcare professional, but start noticing and tuning into your body as opposed to waiting until you see a healthcare professional to then tell you what actually you've known has not felt quite right for a number of months. So some symptoms that you might experience, specifically when we're talking about our hair and our scalp health, when you are experiencing a Pitta Dosha imbalance, could be having red, inflamed scalp. So you might feel that your head underneath the hair at the scalp feeling really irritated, it's feeling inflamed, and if you are scratching or itching, you might notice that it's oily and it's bleeding or it's painful to the touch. Other symptoms of a Pitta Dosha imbalance that have got nothing to do with our hair include feeling fired up, so it's that excess of that fire element, feeling angry, feeling really competitive, feeling like you need to dominate, and kind of having that too much that it tips over and then it starts causing issues. There's nothing wrong with your predominant dosha being Pitta Dosha, nothing wrong with it at all. It's just when it tips on into an imbalance that we need to identify what that imbalance is and then try and do something about that to make ourselves feel better. And you can obviously do that by first lifestyle intervention, doing these small tips and tricks, seeing an Ayurvedic professional, speaking to a consultant like me, booking an appointment below, or speaking to a healthcare professional, or doing all 3 if you feel that is best for you. Let's get on to how we should be caring for our hair. Number 1, we need to be oiling our hair regularly. Now I've got a video all about hair growth tips for long, luscious, shiny hair. I think you'll really like that, so check that out if you're interested. First off, we want to think about what oil to be using. Now, if we've got that redness, if we've got that inflammation, if we've got that fieriness, we want to be using coconut. And coconut oil specifically is because coconut is extremely cooling. So if you've got that excess fire, that excess heat, then coconut oil is absolutely going to balance that out. It's going to create that soothing feeling to your scalp that feels inflamed. And when you massage your hair with oil, I don't want you to just do it at the ends. I want you to really go in and do a thorough scalp massage. I'm not going to talk too much about that because that is a whole nother video. Let me know if you want me to make a video about how to properly massage your scalp according to the different mama points, all the amazing Indian hair secrets that there are. Other thing that you're going to do is to make a change in your diet. And I know a lot of you are probably going to hate me for this, but specifically red wine and coffee, when we're talking about drinks, are both really heating for our bodies. Now again, it's absolutely fine to drink these drinks, there's nothing wrong with it. Ayurveda believes everything in moderation, but if you are tipping onto feeling that fire, feeling that overwhelm, feeling too competitive, too driven, too much going on, almost this over excitement, and that you're just pushed into overdrive essentially, this is a good time as well as obviously doing the external and doing that massage into your scalp and into your hair with the coconut oil, but also trying to reduce foods that do increase heat or drinks that increase heat like coffee and like red wine. Obviously, all Ayurvedic advice is specific to you, so I cannot sit here and give you all individual holistic advice through this one video. But I do want to share that because those 2 drinks are notorious for being high in that fire element. So hopefully that'll help you out. A decaffeinated coffee might work really nicely for you. That is the end of this short and quick video on what you can do, how you can look after your hair better, what oil you can use if you've got a Pitta Dosha imbalance. If you're thinking, that is not me, I don't have any of those problems, I've got a really dry, flaky scalp, I've got a really oily, heavy scalp, then those are symptoms of a different imbalance, of a different dosha, and I'm going to be making a video and sharing that with you so you know what to do. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.